What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Grey Man Operations. Today we are looking at trauma kits. This is Urban Warrior's new compact ready pouch, and would you believe me if I told you that inside of this pouch is a full trauma kit capable of catering, shall I say, to the March algorithm. Those of you who don't know what the March algorithm is, it stands for massive hemorrhage, airway, respiration, circulation, head injury, and hypothermia. It's something I learned when I did my TCCC course a few years ago. This kit, as small as it is, caters for that entire algorithm, and I'm going to take you through it. I've got a couple of them. I've got two of them of my own. This one, which I carry daily, and this one that's on my plate carrier. I'll show you the one on my plate carrier as well, because it's got a bit more stuff in it. You get them in two colors, this sort of Army Ranger green and this rust brown. Maybe one for the guys, one for the ladies, I don't know. Those of you who follow me on Patreon will know I randomly give away things on Patreon. Travis Howes from Patreon, one of my very first patrons, supports me in everything I do. This one is coming to you, so thank you for being a patron. I'm going to hook you up with one of those. And then also next week I am giving away a full SA laser engraving custom pistol job. So if you want your pistol to look like mine, I am giving away the opportunity for that to happen to your pistol. So things like slide serrations, optic cut, stippling, trigger guard undercut, all those nice stuff. I'm going to finance that for you guys. And then also for the 4 weeks after that, I'm going to give away a Snake Stop Systems EDC tourniquet. You'll see that in this video, plus one of these trauma pouches to my patrons. And if you want to become a patron, it's the first link in the video description on YouTube, and it's the first comment on Instagram and Facebook. Let's talk about the compact ready pouch. Now, first of all, like I said, this contains a full trauma kit. I'm going to open it and show you what I've got in here in a second. This is 100% proudly South African. I don't know if you guys can see that right there, but it says made in Cape Town, South Africa. And as you guys know, anything made in South Africa has a soft spot in my heart. I am South African, so 100% local product. The material is ripstop canvas. It's waterproof, which is very cool. It's got 3 panels on the backside through which you can web some malice clips. It's also got this little tunnel going right through, and I'll show you what that is for in a second. On the inside, so I'm going to open it up for you. Also, no zips. As you guys know, all Urban Warriors pouches contain zero zip technology, if you want to call it. It's all Velcro. So as you open the sucker up, we get that situation. Now guys, this pouch was designed around the EDC tourniquet from Snake Stop Systems, and I think that's very important, because one of the things that is very difficult is to carry a proper windlass style tourniquet in a small form factor pouch. Now firstly, this even looks cool. Like if you have this sitting on your desk, no one's gonna like ask what the hell is that ugly thing. You know, it's a really nice, cool looking thing, and when it's full, it has a really nice weight in there. It's just a very nice product. Okay guys, let's go through the pouch and I'll show you how it carries contents that caters for the March algorithm. Now the first letter in March is M, which stands for massive hemorrhage. That is life-threatening blood loss, and if you ever arrive at a scene where someone needs aid, that is what you want to address first. March, the massive hemorrhage, airway, respiration, circulation, and head injury and hypothermia. That's the hierarchy of importance. Obviously, if there is no blood loss, you go immediately to airway, that sort of thing. You know, work your way down. So, firstly, if you open the pouch, obviously you've got your Snake Stop Systems EDC tourniquet. This will fit the wide and the standard, and you can basically just pull that off. There is a Velcro panel here that caters directly for the Velcro on the Snake Stop Systems EDC tourniquet. So if it is a limb wound, if there's an arterial bleed arms or legs, and you need to apply a tourniquet, you've got a tourniquet. If it is a place where you can't tourniquet, if you look in this section here, I've actually tucked mine away, but there is a tab. Now you can do one of two things. You can pull this tab up, or you can do what I like to do, which is pull it down, which will reveal your selox. Now I've got inside here, and you'll see this holds quite a lot, I've got both the selox granules, which is nice for getting into those smaller wounds, things like knife wounds and things like that, where you don't necessarily want to extend the radius or diameter of the wound. And then I also have selox rapid gauze. Selox is basically a hemostatic agent, hemo blood static stop. It is effectively a quote-unquote chemical agent that causes quote-unquote coagulation, so it stops arterial and life-threatening bleeding in a hurry. So we've dealt with M, which is massive hemorrhage. Let's move on to airway. So establish and maintain an airway. That's what this little section right here is. If you open up this panel, you've got yourself an NPA. This is a nasopharyngeal airway. Guys, we are talking about medical things here, and if you are not trained in how to use it, don't use it, right? People will sue you for trying to save their life. Be very, very cautious. I'm not an instructor. I'm simply a trained amateur. Like I said, I have done tactical combat casualty care, one of the few South Africans to have completed that course by accredited TCCC trainers. So I kind of know what I'm talking about, but you've got to equip the kit for yourself. So, airway. Nasopharyngeal airway, that's your artificial airway. Then we've got respiration. That's going to deal with your sucking chest wounds, tension pneumothorax, that sort of thing. Sucking chest wounds, obviously you are going to want a chest seal. So right here, if I pull this up, we've got a hyphen twin pack vented chest seal. Yes, you can fold these. You can also fold the Fox seal chest seals. I did my research on this. There's apparently guys who had these folded in their packs for over 3 years, took them out, and they worked perfectly. So you can fold those chest seals. And now, again, the next thing is 100% training related. And if you don't have the skills, you probably can't even get this. But on either side here and here, this is a flutter valve. And this is a needle decompression kit.
Can you affirm that position again for me?
Okay, sharp away.
Sharp's out.
There we go.
Okay, got it. Sharp's in. Sharp's out.
You do this, I'll get that.
Fuck. Okay.
Now I know this isn't the world's most modern way of doing this anymore, but it's how I was trained, and it's the equipment I was trained on and I know how to use. So this isn't an over-the-counter thing. Don't think you're going to go to your local M-Chem or pharmacy and they're going to give you a needle decompression kit. They're not. You're going to have specific training and know the right people, generally the people who trained you, in order for them to supply that to you. So that is the R, respiration, of the word march, of the march algorithm. Circulation, that's generally going to be an IV or an IO, and then you administer fluids. That's not something you're going to be doing in the field. Well, and I say in the field, it's not something you're going to be doing in your local shopping mall, or they're going to have to get to a medical center for that kind of thing. And these kind of kits don't cater for that kind of thing. And then head injury and hypothermia. Obviously, if it's bleeding from the head, you can use the selox, especially the granules. If it's external wounds, you can use the granules and the rapid just to manage that bleeding. But in my experience with head injuries, and I've got a really good experience with head injuries, both personal and non-personal, the blood that comes from your head coagulates very quickly. In my most recent experience, I had blood coagulate so intensely that I couldn't open my eye. Like, it literally sort of stuck my eye shut to a point where I thought the thing that caused the head injury also caused me to go blind in one eye. It was quite a few years ago, but I remember it very vividly. And then hypothermia. Inside here, we have a rescue blanket. And inside the sort of plastic, what we in South Africa call money bags, I've also got just some basic first aid things, because why not? I've got some sterile wipes here, alcohol wipes. I've got some headache tablets, and I've got some band-aids. That is the comprehensive march algorithm catered for by a pouch that, when folded closed, is 12 centimeters by 12 centimeters. When it's open, it's 12 by 36, 12 by 36. I think that's pretty damn impressive, if you ask me. You generally find this kind of thing in an enormous pouch that isn't something you can't carry in a bag or even in your handbag. And what's cool is, if you do get one of these, I mean, when you stack it out, you can literally just say to your wife or your husband, just chuck this in your EDC bag, chuck it in the cubby, chuck it in your handbag, whatever the case may be. It's small and it can carry a lot of stuff. Now, guys, just to show you the one I have on my plate carrier. So, get this over here before people say, oh, he didn't put his plate carrier on properly, etc., etc. Let me just tighten this down. Don't want anyone to throw their toys out of the cot. YouTube and Instagram is a scary place. So the one I've got on my plate carrier has a bit more stuff in it. I open it up. What we've got is the Snakestar Systems EDC tourniquet, the wide version. And then on top here, we've got our hyphen twin pack chest seal. We've got some compressed gauze as well as a rescue blanket. And then in the bottom, as you can see, we've got granules and rapid. Not much more, actually. It's mainly just the gauze that's extra. Why did I not have... I forgot to move my other set of needle decompression kit over. And then obviously also what you can do, just open that up and you got your NPA. One thing I do want to show you is you can carry a set of trauma shears. If you want to take trauma shears, if you want to carry them with you, you'll notice this ribbed back here. You can just take the shears and slide it into like the second rib and slide it down. And it does make the pack a bit bigger, but if you are going to put it in a backpack or something, you might as well have the shears there. Guys, this is going to be on my website. It is currently on my website. They are 550 Rand each. Proudly South African products. So go and hook yourself up with one of those. For next week on Patreon, giving away that full customized kit. Well done to Travis for winning one of these, or not winning one of these, you're getting one for being a patron. And then for the 4 weeks after next week, I'm giving away one of these plus a Snakestar Systems EDC tourniquet to one of my patrons, well, to 4 of my patrons actually, for 4 weeks. So jump on the Patreon bandwagon. No one is giving away gear as awesomely as what I'm giving away gear. That is it, guys. Have a good week. I will see you midweek for a mail time and next week for a review. Jump on these kits. Everybody should have. And I think this is actually quite cool for the ladies. I'm just saying, it's gender neutral. But I think, like, if you are a lady and you want something that goes with, like, your purse, I don't know, this might be a cool color. That is it, guys. Have a good week. Be safe. Try not. Cheers. God bless.